Let's face it, there's a lot of places to work in Silicon Valley. What makes Mozilla special? Well, Mozilla creates Firefox. Firefox is gaining market share as one of the hottest browsers around. It's very different from the industry-leading Microsoft Explorer. Let's go inside and find out about the open source culture and what it's like to work at Mozilla. Today I have with me Dan Portillo, who's the Director of Staffing for Mozilla. We're going to talk about staffing issues here at Mozilla and the kind of talent they're looking for here at this company. I think you'll find it a really fascinating place to work.
My experience here has been phenomenal. In 2 years, or I've been here for 2 years, and when I started, we were roughly about 25 full-time employees, and now we're over 100. And our market share has risen dramatically. I've been here through a number of releases, and it continues to engage me and keep me happy. And I think the enthusiasm of the way I feel about Mozilla shows through, and when I talk to candidates, and they can tell that I'm excited, and I think what Mozilla does is truly important for consumers and for the web in general.
Mozilla itself is a for-profit enterprise, but it's a subsidiary of the non-profit Mozilla Foundation, which is dedicated to advancing the open source cause, and particularly to browsers such as Firefox.
I think that openness at Mozilla and open source in general, it's about being transparent and being able to show the world and your employees and your users exactly what's going on. What sets us apart from other companies like Microsoft or Google or any startup is that you really know what people are working on and what the product roadmap is, and you can talk about it and very openly and get information from other people. Most companies are very secretive about what they're working on at a given time, and that's just something that's incredibly foreign to Mozilla.
What's it like to work in a company that's part of a wider community? Does that make everyone a kind of an evangelist for open source?
I think people have the ability to talk and blog about what's going on at Mozilla. So yeah, they are evangelists, and people will ask anyone questions. So we use a thing called IRC, so it allows people to communicate. It's similar to Instant Messenger. And so people all over the world are in a given channel and can ask questions of anyone that's available. And so it allows people to get information from other people, and we're pretty good about making sure that we distribute things pretty widely so folks have an understanding of what's working and what we're doing, and if they have questions they can always ask.
Mozilla is a global enterprise. Does that mean there's a lot of collaboration then between workers in different countries?
Yes, so we have offices in China, Japan, Toronto, New Zealand, Paris, and we're also going to be expanding most likely in the next year or so into South America and India. And so it allows us to collaborate. So we have a shared goal and vision that is Mozilla, but every community and every country is different. So we tailor our marketing to be specific to the people in a geographic region so that they don't feel like they're being marketed to from an American company, that it's localized and it fits them and the way that their communication and their marketing works.
What's the best way to contact Mozilla as a job seeker?
Going to careers@mozilla.com will give you general information about what we're looking for. We hire constantly in engineering, both front end and on the platform side, QA, marketing. We don't really have business development. We don't do any sales, but we do have a pretty large product organization. But it's pretty easy to just submit your resume, and we tend to respond pretty quickly to people.
Do you conduct a lot of the interviews in person?
When possible, we'd like to fly someone to one of the offices for an interview. Sometimes we can't. So, for example, right now we're interviewing a number of people in New Zealand. So we do a lot of those by phone, and then they'll go to the New Zealand office. But a lot of the people that we hire have never been to our headquarters here in Mountain View.
What do you think about video resumes?
I think it's an interesting topic. I haven't tried anything or seen a video resume before, but I think that there'd be more interactive ways of how to do things, especially on the development side. So if you're able to walk through, say, like a coding problem via video, it might be something that's pretty useful.
Can you tell us more about recruiting on social networking sites?
I think LinkedIn is probably one of the most valuable assets that we have for recruiting. I'm on it probably 4 or 5 hours a day easily. And so it allows you to have a direct connection to people that you're recruiting. And so they can see my profile and they know what I'm doing, and they're not getting a call from a recruiter that works for an agency that doesn't want to tell them very specific information about what they're looking for. So I think we have a much higher rate of success by using a product like LinkedIn, where you have more visibility into what people are doing.
How does Mozilla achieve a good work-life balance for its employees?
I think it varies from time to time. Like if we have a major release or something's happening, the work kind of takes over a little bit of the life. But generally, we do a lot of things together, and we enjoy each other's company. So I think it makes sometimes the long hours not seem quite so long. But we have a pretty good vacation schedule and benefits plan, so it allows people to take time, and we are aware of when people work out, they tend to burn out. So, we take very good care of our employees and make sure that they're happy and they're not just working constantly.
Dan, please tell us about some of Mozilla's current job openings.
Sure. Currently looking for a general counsel, which has been very difficult for me to find an attorney that's interested in doing something in open source and has the correct background for what we need. It's a bit of a tough mixture of skills. We're also always looking for engineers to work on the front end of Mozilla, which is UI development, working with JavaScript, XML, and a language that we developed called Zool. And on the platform side, we're always looking for really talented C++ people. But I could go on for days because we need needs in security and product management, marketing on an international basis. We want to have a senior marketing person to run Europe. And so pretty interesting and unique roles that are very particular to Mozilla.
Which are the hot skills? What's most in demand at Mozilla?
We definitely want, on the technical side, people that are obviously very technical, that work on a variety of different things. So not someone that just goes to work and is there from 9 to 5, but has outside interests besides specifically what just they work on a daily basis. Generally, we want people that are very self-directed. Mozilla has people all over the world, and it takes someone who likes to work hard, but also is constantly looking for new things and new challenges. And so it allows them to do really well here because they work on one problem in a particular issue, solve it, and then try and find something else to solve.
This edition of Job Talk was with Dan Portilla of Mozilla. I'm Rusty Weston with My Global Career, and I hope that this information helps you find your way in the flat world. And I look forward to seeing you again soon on myglobalcareer.com. Thanks.